walking through with the cutting tools, you'll see a jackfruit tree. No, not jackfruit. Macadamia nut. They come from near Brisbane. So macadamia nuts are from Australia. That's a sugar banana. And this here, folks, is a coffee plant. Okay? Coffee sugar. And we've got some more bananas here too, ladyfinger bananas, folks. Now, we're just going to go up through and past the shed so we do the maintenance on the ducks. Away we go. Some of you on the left will be able to see the bogey drive system for the back of the ducks. We're going out here, we're storing some at the moment. Then we've got one with galvanising on the body, so we're fixing that one up. We've got 12 army ducks all up. That's platform 1 on our right. We've got the guys working down the pit there. They are old vehicles, folks, from the 1940s. As you can probably imagine, because we run them almost every day of the year, we have to maintain them. So, once you see museums, they sit around a fair bit more in museums. These guys are sitting around a bit, eh? Having a good one? Yeah, that pump. Okay. There we go. Oh, by the way, the army ducks were made in America by the girls over there. And apart from putting the steering wheel on the wrong side, they've done a good job. Obviously, drive on the right. Now, they've got 22,000 army ducks in Michigan. There aren't 22,000 army ducks anymore, folks. Okay, so the 1943 army duck with its original engine. You have to trim that back with one of my colleagues. It's actually rail like a truck, but also got 6 wheels pushing right now. Okay. Butterfly sanctuaries in Korea, and the caterpillars eat lots of plants, and that's why we're growing plants over here in Shade. We're going to give you some of those things I have in the airport, you know? Later people. There's Jamie behind us, mate. Cheers, thanks, mate. North Queensland Fair Farms, folks, they do have fibre on the trunk, and it's waterproof, so some birds use it for nesting material to keep their babies dry this time of year. It's also the symbol of the local Cairns Council. So if you go to the foreshore over in Cairns, then you'll see it on signs, trucks, cars. That's owned by the local government, the council, folks. I'm going to get a little closer on the left-hand side there. Alright. Through. Those size of logs gives you an idea of how much water has come down the creek in the last 6 hours.
물속으로 차가 간다.
A little bit of repair work going on over there on the left. We did line it with rock, but obviously not like Melbourne and Sydney, we get quite a lot more rain. That's quite difficult. That of course is why we've got the rainforest here though. Sorry mate, give us a repeat. Okay. That keeps water out. Don't open it up. It would actually take quite a lot to think the old army does, but we have got life jackets at the back there, folks. And turning into a boat's pretty easy. We just push a handle for the PTO, power takeoff. It's a bit like an old tractor, these trucks. You put slashers and things on, but yeah, in this case, folks, what we do is we use it to drive the propeller. You see the water's gone up through here overnight, so the water looks like it's gone up about 1 metre above what it is now. The water's coming out of the World Heritage Area, the Kuranda National Park. We are private property surrounded by the Kuranda National Park on one side, and of course we've got the road on the other that you would have come in on today. got that sort of misty, not quite rain. What you're looking at there outside, folks, is cloud. That's what a cloud looks like. It's basically like heavy fog. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of water that's muddy around us. The mud is produced, you know, a little bit will come off the track, but as a matter of fact, the majority of it is coming from the World Heritage Area. We often think about World Heritage Areas being pristine, indeed that's how it's marketed, of course. But there's lots of erosion in the surrounding World Heritage Area. Some people feel a bit romantic about that and they want to have photos near it or kiss people in front of it. It's waterfalls, folks. The water is falling because the ground is being washed away, and every time we get big storms, we get mud, sand, rock, all sorts of stuff from where the waterfalls are, gets washed out further, and it will go through the creek system, and normally within about 48 hours, it's gone, folks. It's sort of gone through the system. However, in saying that, we're on a dam, so this is an artificial lake. It's got a good riparian zone, which is what we call where the plants that like growing along the edge of the water live. So it's established because it's been here for about 100 years. You can see the army duck there coming through. Now we've got lots of logs and debris in here. A lot of that will get waterlogged and sink, and when it does, the mud eventually will sink down over it as well. Muddy water is not really a liquid. Okay, I know that sounds a bit weird. Some people probably think, what do you mean it's not liquid? If you put milk on your cornflakes this morning, folks, milk's not a liquid, it's a suspended solid. It's got calcium and other things in it. In other words, if you leave milk long enough, it will separate. You've got your fats and creams going to the top, you've got a lot of other things going to the bottom. So this does the same, it goes down. If you see bubbles coming up, folks, probably not so much today, would have already bubbled a lot. It bubbles a lot before rain because there's lots of gas in the mud. As the logs break down, it becomes gas, and if you've ever used, folks, a gas cooker or a gas barbecue or a gas heater, your natural gas comes from lakes. Even though we pump it out of the ocean, there's a lot of flat areas of land that have been flooded since the Ice Age. Every time there's an Ice Age, you end up getting land that has lots of big broad lakes. My dad used to wave the blow when people walked across to Tasmania from Victoria because it's all shallow, very shallow water in that strait between Victoria and Tasmania. And it's the same with the northwest shelf of Australia. So if anyone's been to Bali. Now when the girls built these, they did. When the girls built these, what they did was, folks, they made the wheels so that they could accept air from an air compressor. If anyone's ever seen a four-wheel drive driving on a beach, like done it yourself, then what happens, folks, is that the air, when it goes in, it'll actually, you've got to let the air out of tyres, otherwise you get bogged with hard tyres in soft sand. Obviously, leaving the ocean, it's no good having a few thousand army ducks of war stuck on the beach, so they could actually adjust the air pressure without getting out. The person sitting opposite me during the war would actually deflate the tyres with valves under the seat, and also have an air compressor switch in front with a dial for pressures. Now that system's not in play anymore because it's very expensive and difficult to maintain all the time. We don't necessarily need it here. We haven't got any sandy beaches to get out on. But in saying that, folks, yeah, it is important to note that these systems, well, we have got one tyre that sounds like that when you're leaving platform 2, you'll walk past it and you have a look. Not going to let it go into the gap now. Okay, folks, it's going to go nice and slow here. Alright. Now, that's an island, but it's originally part of the dam water. That's Mark. by the way, in case you're wondering about the berries on the left, that tree's called bass. Those are harvested for feeding tree kangaroos.
Can you see those nests up there, folks? Okay, that's what we call metallic starlings. The babies are nice and dry because the fibre they're using is from mainly that fan palm behind us with the big leaf, folks. It's waterproof, protects the new leaf, like on a coconut tree. The water that goes into the new leaf, it dies, the whole tree dies. It doesn't have an extra branch, of course.
If you're lucky enough to have a phone, take a photo, you put it with a camera on it, and then you zoom in. Yes, as I say, I've got that particular 3 years ago is about, it's round about folks, 3.5 metres deep at the time. It's getting shallower every time we get big storms though. Of course, the mud comes in from the jungle, so when I was a younger guy, I used to lead some anti-poacher creeks. They come from waterfalls. In other words, they fill up with mud. So all the water was landlocked. I've got a plant here. Please don't touch them, it can be a bit prickly. That there, folks, is a raspberry. There's some more vines coming straight down on the other side there. Now these raspberries, folks, they're related to the ones that you get from the supermarket, the true raspberries, but they aren't, well, you know, they aren't actually more than 1 or 2 plants in them. So these are the things, the environments we should be preserving for our own species, our own generations. Alright, now you can see there's a bit of water coming through. Not long ago we actually had this concrete put in because we had big rains in 2023 in December. So if you heard about Cyclone Jasper, in one day we had 1 year's worth of rain that Sydney would get. The thing is that we didn't have 1 day, right? We had 5 days worth of 5 years, basically. 5 years worth of rain for Sydney in only 1 week. By different plant communities, they're represented by different coloured spots, and they're fighting each other with chemicals. They're trying to get real estate on the tree. Have you ever heard the term, folks, concrete jungle? Everyone lives in a city. Well, concrete jungle is basically a jungle around us, so it's hard to find a place to live. Here we go, folks. Originally, and avian flu went through and made a lot of, we still have it around. I don't know if many of you have ever had coffee. It's sweet, okay? It's like a tree. So it has sugar in it. America, they put them in the ground and a tropical place to get big. We've got a brush turkey over here on the right, folks. So we have in front of the cardboard recycling there. Now, we say brush turkey. It's like saying koala bear, folks. So we call it a turkey, but folks, it is actually, over here folks, and you might be looking at the red flowers, that is the bird of paradise flower, okay? We do have a bird of paradise here, folks. We do have rifle birds in the local forest. Oh, someone's cut off the bottom of the bananas there. Had a very long tail on it, or maybe just snapped. Yeah, it's sitting in the grass there, folks. They keep flowering, so the first few they end up basically, that's a banana flower, that's sugar banana. We also have here, folks, on the left-hand side, cacao, chocolate from Central America. And lined up enough.
That's what you got there, folks. look at the other.